Hello and welcome. We have with us Mr. JJ Singh from Indo-Polish Chamber of Commerce, Poland. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. To begin with, what do you think of the initiative undertaken by World Trade Center and All India Association of Industries, and how do you think it will benefit the SMEs across the globe?
Well, I think it's a very good initiative because it's under one roof and on one platform we are having various countries which are representing showcase of their countries or the industry related things, and definitely these kind of initiatives do help the small and medium enterprises, because normally what happens in each country's small and medium enterprises companies are the last ones who get the opportunity to go abroad or to meet the new businesses. And these kind of initiatives, at least for the Indian companies, when we are having the foreign visitors coming to this summit, will make a great help for sure.
And what investment opportunities and future do you see in the Asian markets?
Well, I mean, if you see right now what's happening in Europe and in US, definitely Asia is the emerging market and the economy. And I think many of the European countries also see that the growth is possible only when you have the investments in Asia or some kind of a joint venture or the collaboration. And we have seen lately a lot of success stories of the Indian companies also abroad, especially in Europe and in UK. So I think this is a trend right now. Only thing what we should make sure in India is that right now Europe is looking too much towards China. I think we have to change that aspect of the Europe also, that they should see and perceive India as a destination for the investments and for the joint venture and the collaboration.
What kind of resources and opportunities would you like to highlight about your region to the other nations?
Well, I mean, I will specifically give the highlight right now about Poland because that's where we are based. Of course, Europe in general is quite big, and I know that European investments are there from Sweden and from Germany and France. But Poland has been left out in the last 2 decades. I think we have a lot to follow on with Poland, and Poland has the things to offer what India requires right now. First of all, in the energy sector, in the coal mining, the machinery and the knowledge transfer is the one key thing, because we are still lacking certain things in the mining sector where the Poland can simply fit in. Then we have the railways construction also. We know right now that there is a big tender coming up for the Indian Railway for the, I would say, the infrastructure change and everything. And Poland is quite good with that. So this is the second point where we can collaborate on. Third definitely is food processing. We know there are certain things, gaps in India, and Poland has adapted that in a good way because they are the biggest exporters also for the food and agriculture across Europe, Russia and US. And I think this is also the third point where we can do. And foremost is the pharma industry, because I'm sure that there is a lot of big Indian companies which are looking for the kind of entrance into the European market. And I think collaboration, joint ventures, or some kind of acquisition in the Polish market would definitely help them.
And do you think technology, innovation, infrastructure play an important role in developing economies?
Well, definitely. I'm sure when we see at the speeches and the remarks made by the new Prime Minister of India, Mr. Modi, that there'll be a lot of expenditure sort of a thing on the infrastructure and the overall changes. I'm sure that is actually an engine for growth for any country. I mean, when you're spending the money and you're having the funds, definitely you have a lot of resources in that case employed into that, including the manpower also. That brings unemployment also down. So I'm sure if the governments are taking, any government which is taking these initiatives, definitely will help their own economy for sure.
We are at Global Economic Summit and the theme is Asia powering global markets. So how do you see Asia empowering global markets?
Well, I mean, we're already seeing that. Like I already said in my previous comment, we can only see right now there is a more weight towards the China side, you know what I mean. But Asia in general is perceived by the Europe and by Americans as the destinations where we have the younger generation coming up. Please remember there is a big demographic challenge in Europe right now, where the average age is almost like 40 years. And then we have India, where a lot of young people are there, average age 25, 26, and the entrepreneurship. So Europe sees that right now they have to work with Asia in general to somehow also survive and to thrive in the European market, because without that, they don't have the resources and the manpower. We being in Poland, I mean, I always say one thing to the journalists and the people involved in the government there, that definitely Europe should be more open towards Asia in the terms of the immigration. Because if you get a lot of talented people from Asia joining into Europe and giving them sort of a free access, definitely that will also increase somehow the economy, the funds in the given country. So there are a lot of things to be done still, because although at one stage Asia is seen as a emerging power, a tiger, and the rising economy, but still there are certain, significant, I would say, tendencies from the European side where they block the entrance from the Indian or from the Asian in general companies into the European market, which I think should be changed.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.